You're awesome. I'm Jacqueline. And I just had a thought about choices because that's really all we ever have is the choice in the moment. And the other night we had these fabulous fireworks. Psh, psh. We have Canada Day, July 1st, but we kind of have Montague Day fireworks a couple weeks into July. Hi, Melody. And so as the crowds were gathered all over the hillside, it was fabulous to watch it over the river. Like, because even we have the fireworks coming off right in the middle of the river, and then we have boats on the far side shooting fireworks. It was like, wow, in the beginning, the poof, poof, pop, pop. And it was great. But on the other side was, because this was on Sunday, was the new moon, the sliver, the crescent. And Venus was right there hanging out. And it was a stunning sight. And it was interesting because it wasn't going wham, bam, like the fireworks over here. We're going wham, bam, and exciting and colors and the oohs and the ahs. And this element of everybody was there watching. I felt more drawn to look at the moon and Venus. There was this sense in my body of an inner peace. It was like that was the real story. That was what's really going on up there, that there's some connection. And I know you can read all about it, what's going on with the planets, but I could feel it. And that's the idea, is when you're in a space of choices, it's irrelevant that if everybody is over there and there's so much commotion and it could be so exciting, it could be so dramatic, but if you're being drawn in a completely different direction. It's really been the story of much of my life. Everybody was very much in the corporate culture, and in 1991 when I felt the pull to leave to go to Africa, to give up my career. Now it's a common conversation. Find your joy, follow your bliss, leave your career. But back then it wasn't. It wasn't a common conversation to, to not vaccinate your kids either in the Western world when mine came along. So many of the things that happened, or unschooling or homeschooling that I've done to raise my kids alternatively, have been because I've trusted my inner guidance. So I've looked to where I felt peace. So I think that was the conversation I just felt I needed to share with you, because there was thousands of people streamed all over the riverbanks. It was a big thing, right? And then I even left early to go. They were still going at the end, and I could see them in the rearview mirror as I drove away to go pick up Destiny. And it was funny, as we came back and I was coming back into town, it was like a stream of ants with their headlights all coming out. And I'm sure you've all had those experiences, whether it was a sporting event, because I've had those, or other fireworks that I've seen over the course of my life, or in that moment, a concert, when you're going one way and everybody's coming back from another way. And it's okay. I guess that's the message that I'm saying. It's okay if you're feeling the pressure right now, that everybody's doing something and they really want you to do it this way. But your inner guidance and your body is feeling much more peaceful when you look at the other way. Looking at the new moon with Venus the other night was just this effervescent, total, complete connection of peace and love, and that I was in the right place, and I was blessed to be able to see that moment. Yesterday, when I looked out to see the moon, Venus wasn't hanging out with the moon in the same space. They were like side by side, even though they were, thousands or millions of miles apart. Perception, and your perception is what counts. So that's my message that just felt like I had to get out there and share, for if it's, that whoever needs to hear it, is trust your inner guidance, trust your choice, what feels right to you, what feels true to you, which brings you peace, that brings you joy, that brings you healing from the inside out. Have a fabulous day. Mwah. And if you notice, even I've got light here and shadow there. It's always about choice. It's so exciting. Bye.